Welcome back to Notes Edition, where I read notes off of my phone. This note is entitled, Why Buying Bitcoin Has to Be the People's Idea. Imagine if you had all of the money in the world. Wouldn't that be amazing? Well, no, not really. Here's why. First of all, greed would consume and destroy your life long before you could accumulate all of the money in the world. Second, in reality, if no one else had any money but you, everyone would find other means of exchange and your money would lose all of its purchasing power. A money system is like a language. Its power is proportional to the people using it. Think about it. As money dries up, people barter, people band together in cooperative communities, combining their skills, trading time and effort. If one person holds all the money, by way of necessity, everyone starts to realize that they don't need money. What they need is each other. Because at the end of the day, money is backed by belief in the cumulative power of people. So imagine if banks openly started a centralized version of Bitcoin. How would they get anyone to adopt it? How would they sell any Bitcoin to people? Even with its deflationary mechanisms, who cares if no one wants it and no one wants to use it? Distribution is limited when there's only one source. It's possible that governments are very smart and that they knew they needed to pretend to be late to Bitcoin. They needed to let it be our idea. They need to let us self-distribute the network, not only because it's faster, more viral, and all-encompassing, but because the power of money is rooted in our minds collectively. They need us to believe before they can tap into the community to extract any power from the grid. So they let us have the first decade or two, and then they start to openly buy and adopt Bitcoin. It's possible that this Bitcoin adoption pattern is simply a natural cause and effect, and that many banks, institutions, governments, and politicians are unwittingly participating in the adoption curve, just like the rest of us, completely unintentional. But it's also possible that there are some game theory genii out there that know how to hold back strategically. As a whale, you can't overtake a market by brute force. You ease your way in using the wick-off method. If you splash in all at once, everyone panic sells and you are left the only market participant. So let's imagine there was a casino where the house wins 100% of the time. Eventually, no one would go. No one would risk large sums of money. What makes a casino so enthralling, so addicting even, is more than just the bright lights that you could get from going to any arcade. It's that thrill of anticipation, the potential for gain, yes, but the rush of climatic energy that you get from risk itself, regardless of whether you win or not. The game you're playing, whether it's blackjack, craps, or roulette, feels more real when you have money on the line. That's why someone can't go out and gamble for you. There's a thrill in winning something unexpectedly or being awarded something you weren't aware you were qualified for. But winning when you have something on the line that means something to you, winning despite the possibility of failure and loss, that feeling is intoxicating. The market needs us to take that hit of hopium to keep us participating because the power, the energy, ultimately all GDP and all modern civilization is built upon participation. So how did they convince enough people to build the ancient Egyptian pyramids? Planning, coordination, execution, yes. But before any of that is possible, they first need us to believe. Bitcoin needs to feel like it was the people's idea. That's a note.